Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here at Tablemon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be playing with more Regidrago VSTAR, the Apex Dragon attack, letting you choose an attack from a Dragon Pokemon in your discard pile and using it as this attack, meaning you can copy Pokemon such as Energy Hurricane from Dragonite, allowing you to attach 3 basic energy cards to your Pokemon any way you'd like. You also have Lost Impact from Giratina V-Star, doing a lot of damage, 280, and putting 2 energies into the Lost Zone, and also Rolling Iron doing 200 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attacks. Now, the cool part about this deck is that you have the damage reduction options of Goodra, as if you were playing Arceus Goodra, along with Radiant Gardevoir and whatnot, but you also get the benefit of the other 2 attacks to potentially play around and have that variety and adaptability to whatever your opponent is trying to do. And of course, we will be trying to power up through ARCEUS VSTAR's Trinity Nova attack, allowing you to search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and attaching them to Pokemon V in any way you'd like. That's the main way we're going to be powering up the Regidrago V-Star, and we do have access to Starburst, allowing us to search for any 2 cards and putting them into our hand. The much better V-Star compared to Legacy Star, which discards the top 7 cards, and then you can put 2 of those cards from your discard pile back into your hand. Not necessarily from those 7 cards, but rather from all your discard pile, which is pretty great, but most likely won't be utilized as much. Crobat makes sure you get support from your Quick Balls and Ultra Balls to draw extra cards. We have Pumpkaboo to take away Path to a Peak in case it's stopping us from using Starbirth and setting up. And like I mentioned, Radiant Gardevoir making Regidrago even tankier than it normally would be. Now we do have Serena, no bosses orders here, so we have the versatility of Serena to draw and also to cost. We have Collapse Stadium to try and mess a little bit with Regi's decks and also potentially heal a Pokemon if need be. Path to a Peak to deny an opponent's Arceus setup, or to combine with Marnie in general, can be pretty disruptive. 13 total energy to attach, Big Charm to increase HP, Big Parasol to prevent effects of attacks, and Choice Belt to increase our damage output. Let's jump into the ladder, see how this deck can perform. If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Alright, so we got to go first with not the best hand because we started the Crobat, but we will manage. We're up against Lugia that mulliganed 4 times. Pretty impressive to mulligan that much, especially with that deck. So we'll take all 4. We do have a better setup, if you will. I definitely need to establish the Arceus and attach to it, right? We'll get a Giratina in the discard pile, start us off. I did prize 2 Regidrago V-Stars, so that's gonna be very problematic. Very, very problematic. Alright. And okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Yeah, the only way ARCEUS V-Star survives an attack from a Lugia V-Star would be with Radiant Gardevoir and the Big Charm. That way, with 4 powerful energy and a Choice Belt, they still wouldn't knock out my ARCEUS V-Star. And then finding the Big Charm, not easy, especially if my opponent goes Marnie. That means their setup will be a little on the slower end, but that's okay. Another really good... well, never mind. Marnie has officially done its party trick. Unreal. Okay, so never mind. We are in top deck mode. And we'll see what we get. That's it. Just play Marnie. That is generally it. All you need to do is play Marty and you will beat Pablo. Ugh. I mean, let's thin a little bit, I guess. What even is this? Oh my. Alright, so we'll use Arena, discarding one Arceus. They manage to discard the other one and find the Lugia, then the game is basically immediately over. That seems like it will be the case. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. All right. You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and concede here. No point in staying there. Let's jump into the next one. All right, I have somehow managed to start back-to-back Croat games. So I don't know. As I've mentioned many times before, I guess my most frustrating thing right now as a content creator, or like in general, is basically this. Like the fact that I want to showcase decks off, and then between the bad draws, like between the awkward draws and the awkward starting hands, it just becomes really difficult. Really difficult, you know? So it's just, I wish I could like draw better and also face off, like just play better games, right? Play more interesting games that allow me to showcase my train of thoughts, allow me to misplay, because there's like really tough situations, and allow me to figure out the best win conditions, and allow me to show you a lot of like really cool plays and advanced plays and whatnot. But my luck online is just back-to-back Crobat starts, right? The odds of that happening, the odds of starting Crobat in this deck are fairly low, yeah? And starting it back-to-back is even lower, exponentially lower. Yet, here we are. And that's how you know I don't filter the games that I play when I'm recording. Because I've thought about it. I thought like, okay, what if I just, if I see a bad starting hand, just immediately concede, right? And discard. Like that way I don't waste time recording a bad game, a bad hand. Yeah. What if I just discard those sort of games and just completely negate them, forget about them, and be done with them? That doesn't feel honest though. That's not realistic. This can happen, but then I'm also on the other side where it doesn't happen as often. It tends to happen to me, so I don't know. All right, so my opponent starting Luminion was somehow able to just demolish me. All right, so I'll be down 2 energies. I think that's fine. Best case scenario would have been like knocking out a Luminion, but I think that's a little unrealistic. And if I have Gardevoir down, or the big charm, my Arceus will actually not be going down. That's really good. Okay, I somehow drew all my fire energies. Okay, so I'm start birthing for a switch, and I honestly think it's a Gardevoir here. I can't believe I drew all fire energies right here. I mean, so I could also grab like Goodra and then Ultra Ball away the Goodra for the Gardevoir. I think that's actually better. I do think I'll be using Goodra quite a bit. I could also end up just using Giratina. Might actually be Giratina instead. All right. So let's grab the Radiant Gardevoir to make sure we have everything we need to prevent the KO from a Tina onto my Arceus. And I will go ahead and power up all the energies on the Regidrago. I don't foresee myself using a third Pokemon. I do have access to Ordinary Rod if need be, but I do think the game's gonna come down more to like the fact that I can one KO a Giratina and they can't, thanks to the Radiant Gardevoir. Unless they play Path to a Pig to shut it off, or unless I misplay and play my own Path to a Pig to shut it off, which hopefully will not happen, right? Never say never, but hopefully will not happen. All right. So they lost zone that Colress, which probably means they got Colress for like double Colress right there. Because if they already had a Colress, why would you not Colress first and Convey first? So now they're at 6-7 cards. So they can play the thing and they can attack my Arceus, but as I mentioned, they cannot KO my Arceus, which is pretty fantastic. Not in one hit at least. So here's what I'm thinking. I tank this hit and I go attach Marty. So just thinking if going Serena KO Luminion is better here with the Arceus that will survive this. And then I will want Parasol for Regidrago. Alright, but as I mentioned, we do survive thanks to Radiant Gardevoir, so pretty big deal, that one. Alright, that's 2 grass lost zone now. Okay, so I have both options. I generally think I Ultra Ball away this fire and just Serena onto the Luminion. I really do. And I will evolve to protect the Regidrago as well. Or do I just KO the Giratina? I mean, they do have 9. No, I want to go. Ugh. Okay, this is tough actually. Yeah, I'll go Serena. Just knock out the Luminion here. I'm not gonna attach more energies though. Okay, well, you know what? I actually need the big parcel. That's what I need. But getting that's gonna be really tough. Yeah, I won't attach it, never mind. The big parcel is the big card here that I'm gonna need. Discarding that Regidrago might have been a mistake. Because their V-Star is a threat. Sure. I don't have like an easy way to close out the game here. Because I can't Serena a Comfey. My last prize card. So they are at 10 cards now in the loss zone. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 5 of their 13 energies most likely are in the loss zone. So we'll see. Now Rod back Luminion and Cramorant. So that Luminion could end up being my win condition somehow. There's the Mirage Gate. Okay, where's the flower selecting? So I guess worst case scenario is they go switch boss V-Star the Drago. That would suck. That's another energy in the lost zone. Five, 6 energies in the lost zone. One ordinary rod down as well. Maybe they're trying to go for Roxanne as well. No, okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I mean, I do have the switch, which is great. And then I'll go Marnie. Okay, so now I need them to not have the other boss, and then I just immediately win. No Arceus to power up here. We'll do this. Yeah, and why would they go boss on the Crobat instead of the Gardevoir, which has a 2 retreat cost? That I do not know. Okay, so I still won't attach this energy because now they need boss plus V-Star onto my Drago. Otherwise, I win the game. This Regidrago V-Star can take the 2 price knockout. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They need switch, boss. And even then, like, I still have a little bit of time to close out this game. Alright, well, there's no minion. But that bench Luminion now means if they go boss KO my V-Star, I can go Serena KO the Luminion. So it's a win-win. Radiant Gardevoir was the MVP here. The Long Veil ability, the Loving Veil ability was the MVP this game, for sure. Temple of Sinnoh is like, if I didn't have an energy, then that would allow them to win. Unfortunately for them, I do have another energy and this arena. So close, right? Close. I was a little bit, well, I was very far ahead, rather. Thanks to the consistency, if you will, of my deck. And ARCEUS VSTAR's V-Star, yeah. I do feel like I definitely didn't play that the best I could have. But drawing all fire energies definitely put me off a little bit. Okay, on to the next one. So here we are, top decking the ARCEUS. Not bad. Then again, quick ball away for the Regidrago. And once again, Radiant Gardevoir plus Big Charm could allow my ARCEUS to survive. The issue is, next turn I need double turbo, Big Charm, and a switch. As long as I find any of those of the research, then we will be fine. But it's gonna be a little dicey because I don't have, like, I'm not guaranteed, right? I have 2 switches, 1 Big Charm, and 4 double turbo. So obviously I need double turbo and a switch to start attacking and get going. So we'll see. Okay, so there's no minion. The alternate R2. The Lugia full art actually looks really cool. And we'll get Marnie. Okay. Will Marnie do its party trick? That is the question. It did it on game 1. And it has not accomplished it in game 2. But this is a pretty brutal hand, not gonna lie. Because now I need to use my V-Star for probably a switch and a research. And that means not guaranteed an attack. Okay, discarding the evil doll is potentially good for us. Okay, with Serena, I might. Serena always has to discard one card though. Ugh, this sucks. Okay, I think I go for it though. I'm gonna ultra away the 2 grass. And I'll be discarding a Regidrago, which I think is fine. I have 2 others. I have 4 double turbo, I have the big charm, and I have both switches. So I need any of those, but also probably like a draw supporter. And you can't Serena with no other card in your hand. You always must at least discard one. All right, we got the switch, which is nice. And we got the follow-up, which is also pretty good. So we'll go ahead and Starbirth. Or, oh, you know what? I need, never mind. So I guess with the big charm. Oh, I do have the Radiant Guard already in play. What am I thinking? I generally forgot I already had the Radiant Guard for. Right, so this means I am guaranteed to survive the next turn with ARCEUS VSTAR. I mean, my opponent didn't get a good start anyways, but this is the way to go. Absolutely the way to go. All right, so we might just be able to win this one based off of the inconsistency of my opponent's deck. Or not the inconsistency, the fact that they didn't get an optimal start. That's the only reason why we might be able to win this. Like I said, there's no humanly possible way for my ARCEUS VSTAR to go down here. Okay, that's probably going to be for Crobat, I imagine. Yep. 1 ARCEUS down. They don't have bench space for anything else. So now they need a way to discard the ARCEUS. They need the ARCEUS and a way to discard the ARCEUS, which is not far-fetched for that deck at all. But I am most certainly surviving this attack. And if any powerful energy are utilized, just as that one was just now, we should be good. Because then the Regidrago also survives. And if the Regidrago survives and I can get back-to-back KOs with the Regidrago VSTAR, then the game's over. So I should be able to win in like 3 attacks. In 3 more turns. Putting my opponent on a clock. There's the other Lugia VSTAR. They do have the double ARCEUS. The question is, did they get a draw supporter or anything? Would be fantastic for them to go attach choice belt to the active. Like, this might have been overkill with the big charm, but I want it to be extra safe, right? Like, there's no reason not to be extra safe if you can afford it. If I didn't have the big charm... Oh, actually, if I didn't have the big charm, then with 4 powerful energies, they would have been able to knock me out. Oh, wait, so they can do it, right? I thought it was base 200. So 220 with 4 powerful and a big charm does get the 1-hit KO. That is 330 damage. Minus 20, 310. Oh, that is a KO. That's my bad. So I guess the big charm is better than the Radiant Carnivore, right? I mean, obviously you want both to force that situation. But if you can't afford both, then the big charm is better. No, wait. Yeah, the big charm still forces both. Or all of it, rather. Okay. So let's get the Giratina. Let's make sure we quick bolt that away. Let's establish another Regidrago. Let's also make sure we put back the 2 grass. And only the 2 grass, don't need anything else really. And then we will go ahead and do this. Regidrago VSTAR now should be 100% safe. Their evil doll is gone. So I might need to cost to take the last KO, but that's okay. So we'll power up the Regidrago on the bench, then I have access to Crobat if need be. So I took 2 prizes. And so what happens next turn is my opponent probably attacks me with Lugia VSTAR. Though maybe attacking with ARCEUS would be the way to go. Or even attacking with like Luminion and going into ARCEUS or another 1 prizer like Dunsparce. That's exactly what they will do. Okay, I like that. I definitely like that. That forces me to get a Ghost, otherwise I fall behind. Wait, Luminion doesn't KO me actually, because of Radiant Gardevoir. Unless they play down Path to a Peak, or they attach a choice build to Luminion. Luminion does not in fact KO the ARCEUS VSTAR. Okay. I think they forgot about the Radiant Gardevoir. Fairly certain they forgot. Arena. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they're ghosting anything. There's a Raikou. Which doesn't really help them in any sort of way. Probably the Pokemon they'll go out into. Better to sacrifice that than ARCEUS, and this is where they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, and they might actually concede. They generally might concede here. Okay. That's a lot of Ultra Balls. Okay, I know I have Crobats in here, which means I can grab Dragonite, Ultra Ball away the Dragonite. There's something else we gotten rid of. Probably the ARCEUS. Then Quick Ball for Crobat. Not super interested in knocking out the Raikou. I'd much rather take 2 prizes, but unfortunately, that's not what is going to happen. Okay, I mean, I do have Goodra in there, so I could generally just retreat them to the big parcel just in case. The choice build here, and sure, let's go Marnie, because I like this does set me 1 turn behind now. Didn't find a Serena off of the Crobat. I can, however, evolve. I can retreat into this friend. The choice build helps me bypass any B-guard energy, and then I can Apex, Dragon, and Rolling Iron. And I'm pretty sure Raikou is their only way to attack the bench. So I'm 4 prizes ahead. So, sorry, 3 prizes ahead. I am prone to Roxanne, though that deck usually doesn't play Roxanne. And they need choice belt if they want to one-hit KO my Regidrago. And their last powerful, because 1 powerful is in the discard pile. And this friend survived, right? And this friend plus Serena can KO Crobat, and then I could have like this nice setup. And actually, they cannot KO me because I use Rolling Iron. So there's no way they can KO the active Regidrago VSTAR. And to KO the bench, they need Serena or Boss plus Choice Belt. There's the V-Guard Energy, which is completely okay. I think we're in a good spot. There's a research, so no Boss anyways. Can't KO the Lugia with this Regidrago, but I can just go Arena to the Crobat. There's the Radiant Charizard, which once again doesn't KO either of these. Down both of my switches, so retreating this dude is, or like, it would be very costly, but they're not getting a KO. If I just attach retreat, paying that on like one of the players, I think I'll be okay. I generally think I'll be okay. Just take the KO and Lost Zone with this energy. I think that's my play here. I could also just be patient, right? I think that's actually better. Just Arena. Have all these attackers powered up, have the energy just in case I need it, and just go Apex Dragon. Rolling Iron. That is enough to get the KO. I'm down to one price card, and this Regidrago VSTAR, which is completely safe on the bench, can one KO anything that's in play in order to win the game. The only way they can stop me is with a Lost Vacuum, which is now in the discard pile. So a second Lost Vacuum or a Tool Scrapper. That's the only way. So yeah, I feel like this deck is carried by the consistency of the Arceus, and just making Arceus super hyper bulky, right? And hard to take down does feel pretty good. Really does feel pretty good. My opponent not giving up. Don't know what their plan could be. Like, even in a grandiose turn where they actually have Zigzagoon and they go Zigzagoon, KO, KO, then that doesn't stop this Regidrago, which is completely ready to take down the Lugia VSTAR. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the plan is here. I think we're good. Could be Roxanne. Doesn't take away my Regidrago option. It is Marnie, which I have game in play, so it doesn't change anything. And that's it, right? That should be it. Should absolutely be the game. Yep, there we go. So unless I am missing something, Lost Impact takes the KO. Choice Belt nullifies the V-Guard energy. And that's it. GG. Very nice. Alright, so as what happened with Lost Origin when I played Giratina versus Giratina, this deck has exceeded my expectations. Solo Regidrago doesn't feel that great, but ARCEUS Regidrago VSTAR feels way more legit than I thought it would be, and it does feel pretty powerful and pretty good. Like, having that versatility switching between Rolling Iron and Lost Impact actually is pretty impactful. That was not on purpose. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. If you're buying any codes, make sure you just put on store and code Tablemon for 5% off. If you're buying anything on TCG Player, please, all you need to do is fill up your cart, close that tab, click on the link in the description for my affiliate link. It'll open up a new tab on TCG Player. Just go to your card, check out, and you will have supported the channel. It is that easy. It really makes a difference if you're planning on buying Silver Tempest cards, codes, sealed stuff, anything. It really, really makes a big difference. Thanks so much, and until next time. Bye-bye.